So this is thecalculatorsite.com. Okay, that you can do this on your own. And ultimately, we're going to talk about compound interest. So what that means is you invest some money, okay? You invest some money. That money has babies, right? It gives birth to interest. And those babies stay invested. And now ultimately, you went from 100, if you made 12% interest, to now 112. And now that 112 is working to make you more money. 112 now has babies, and now it's, I don't know what that is, 13.6 or something. So now you have $126, right, in that account. And that has babies, you get 12% of that, and whatever number that is. So the interest is making interest, for, this whole time. That is the power here, right? The power of compound interest is mind-blowing. We talk about it and you're like, okay, yeah, that makes sense. When you see the numbers, you're like, holy crap, like really? Is that real? And so I want to put it in this perspective. It is literally like a snowball. If you started with a snowball the size of a marble and you rolled it down the hill and it doubled in size, that's fantastic. It literally doubled, but it's still like the size of a boulder, like one of those marble boulders, right? Not very big. And then that doubled again, you're a golf ball. And then it doubled again, you're a baseball. It doubled again, you're a softball. It doubled again. Like, okay, it is doubling. But once you get to like a basketball and it doubles, and then all of a sudden you're the size of a Mini Cooper, right? Like, and that doubles. And then all of a sudden, like, holy cow, we're a bus, and that doubles. And we're the size of a house, and that doubles, right? Like every 6 years at 12% interest, you can double your money. So I want to show you what that looks like, because it is crazy when we put this in. So let me break this down, and you can do this activity on your own, and I think it's actually pretty fun. So let's walk through it. We're here on this site. I have this compound interest calculator selected here. Here's how to fill this out. You have initial investment. This is what you're starting with. So if we said that we are going to make $72,000 a year, that's $6,000 a month, and we're going to save 20% of that, right? We did our homework. We have our plays. We increased our income by 20%. Now that is therefore $1,200 a month. Okay, so here's our initial investment. Month one, we're adding in $1,200. Then we have 12% interest. We are making that. Okay, we're gonna run this for a period of 10 years, and we'll take a look at it. And then we have additional contributions right here. So this is an additional $1,200, and then you can click this, right? You can do monthly, quarterly, whatever you want. So additional $1,200 a month, okay? And then it's gonna be compounding, meaning it's gonna reset and calculate the interest again every single year. All right, so here's our initial investment. Now, $1,200, that's what we're starting with. Month 2 through 12 is an additional $100 or $1,200. And then we're gonna let that ride for 10 years, okay? You ready? After 10 years, it is $270,000. That is total. Now it breaks down. So you started with your initial balance here of $1,200. Then you added an additional $144,000. That's $1,200 per month times 120 months, right? That's what it looks like. Now you have $270,000 that's in that account, right? So therefore, your snowball started super small at $1,200. It doubled, and then it almost doubled again, right? Every about 6 years, this thing will double. So that is cool. $270,000 is fantastic, right? That is literally like 5 times more than the average American. No, the average American has like $4,000 in savings. But anyways, that is a good starting point, right? 10 years from now, you can do this. All right, but let's talk about this idea, this snowball, right? Like this gets cray. Okay, another 5 years. We almost doubled again. Now we're at over $500,000 in 15 years, right? You have plenty of time for 15 years, right? You really don't need this money. Again, this is your future's money, right? This is for end of life or retirement, or the sooner you start this, the sooner you get here and you can exit the rat race. So what does another 5 years look like? 20 years. Boom, we have $1.1 million at only $1,200 a month. That is it, $1,200 a month. You're diligent, you have a plan. This is part of your offensive playbook. Boom, you're executing it. You are a millionaire by simply investing $1,200 per month at 12% interest. And we'll talk later about how to invest in niches and stuff like that. Okay, you wait another 5 years. Now, again, the power is in length, it's in time. We're over $2 million share, right? At 25 years. What happens if you keep going? What happens if you spent your life doing this, or half your life? Now we're at 3.7 million. In 30 years, this is $3.7 million. That is more money than you and your spouse need to be able to live comfortably, retire, do your thing, just simply with 20% a year of one person's salary, or 10% a year of two people's salary, right? This is not counting for you getting a raise ever. This is not counting for it. I'm sure you're going to get plenty of raises. If you can take that money also, man, you can blow the crap out of this thing. But I want to stress that time is everything. The sooner you can start, the little amounts make millions of dollars, hundreds make millions in 30 years. Look at 35 years. Do you see what's happening with this snowball? It's getting to medium size now. This is how people get to god-awful amounts of wealth. It is just time. It's multi-generational, right? You don't have to be some startup.com person who goes public with some IPO. All you have to do is put in 20% a month and then be patient, right? 40 years, we are at almost $12 million. This is where we're getting stupid now, right? Here's my question to you is in 40 years, you're probably, in your 80s, in your 70s, you're ready to enjoy this. What if you taught your kids this, right? This is why I spent literally this morning showing my kids this exercise, because 40 years for them, they're going to be 50 years old. Like they still have so much more time, right? What does 50 years look like? If you told your teenagers, if you told your kids, this is $37 million based on $1,200 every month, right? Like you can knock out $1,200 and then you can get raises and then you can push this thing up and up and up. So I want to show you that hundreds equal millions, and then it could equal tens of millions. So consider this. If you want to play with this, you can increase right here as another option. Hey, I'm making $1,200 or I'm saving $1,200 a month, but I know I'm going to get a raise next year. I know I'm going to get more money 5 years after that. And I want to keep adding to this. What would I look like if I keep increasing my income and I kept saving that, right? I had a playbook for my offense and we were executing it. What would that look like? You can add that in here and play with these numbers. And I want you to be encouraged to know that there is a path here towards financial freedom. There is a path to not burden your children. There is a path to break the cycle, perhaps that is in your family of generational poverty or struggling, right? This is not rocket science. It's discipline and a plan and execution. It's not that complicated. It just is not easy, right? It's hard to fight the culture of everyone telling you to spend, all the ads coming on your phone, all of your girlfriends having a new handbag, the vacation photos that come up on your Instagram. Screw those people. They're going to die poor, right? This is how you get rich for sure. Not get rich quick, get rich for sure. It is slow and it's steady and you have a plan. That's all it is. It's not too complicated.